Hello everyone, my name is Michelle and I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Nurse Wife Life. I'm rather new to YouTube and I made some cash envelopes the other day that were inspired by another YouTuber, Alyssa Herbert, who puts out some amazing videos. If you guys haven't heard of her, you should check her out. But I got the inspiration to do these cash envelopes from her video, and she has a how-to on how to make these envelopes as well. But I wanted to make a video that was similar to hers because I have some alternate applications for these cash envelopes that I wanted to share with you, especially because Christmas is coming. And, you know, I want to give credit to whom credit is due, and the idea is not original to me. But I wanted to show you step by step how to make these envelopes because I have several ideas here that I think you're going to want to try for yourself. So let me show you a little bit what I have going on right here. All of these are cash envelopes, and Alyssa and I both do this program by a financial coach called Dave Ramsey. If you haven't heard of him, you should look him up. He's amazing. He's all over social media. But Dave Ramsey, he has 7 baby steps to becoming financially secure. And, you know, basically you want to get rid of your debt, use cash, and he's got 7 steps that he can walk you through. But this video is about envelopes. So, what I want to show you is, I originally posted this on social media and had some great comments about it, but this is my mini happy planner, and I made a cash envelope system for it for things that I want to use on the go. So I made these coordinating cash envelopes. This one's for food, for like grocery shopping or eating out, and it's got this like foil. It doesn't show up very well on the video, but in camera lighting you can see it. It's iridescent. It's beautiful. And then this one is for gas. Same thing, it's iridescent. You can't see it too well on a camera, but in photography light it shows up amazing. And then another one I made was for spending. So when I do my budget every 2 weeks, when I get paid, you know, I'll be putting money into these envelopes. I haven't done it yet. I just got paid today, and I'll, you know, make a video on that in the future showing you how I personally do my Dave Ramsey setup. But I made these envelopes and they were very successful. I wanted to show you that after you make these envelopes, you can hole punch them here along the bottom, and you can still fit a good amount of money. Like, your money will still fit in there even with the hole punches in there. So the other thing I made was a cash envelope here to go on a Christmas dashboard that I made, and I do have a video up on how I made this dashboard, so if you want to check that out, that would be great. But I put this in here specifically for Christmas shopping, and I did go Christmas shopping. Today is Black Friday, so I spent that money, girls. I spent it all. I'm sure you all can empathize. But you know, I specifically wanted to take this dashboard with me into the store and have that with my budget. And here, let me show you. So I have a dollar bill here. That's what I was getting. You know, I have my dollar bills, and they go in here like so. And then I go in the store and I have my Christmas wish list. These are the things that I went in there to purchase. And then I have my money to pay for them right here. And it makes it quick and convenient. I don't have to use credit cards because throughout the year, I personally put $100 a month aside for Christmas, so that by the time Christmas shopping comes around, I have $1,100 to $1,200 to shop for my whole family. And that's just something that works for me. So the money will fit in here easily if you hole punch it on the end. And it will also fit if you put it here, and you don't see that, even with it hole punched on the bottom. So that's what we're doing. Now, in addition to separating my everyday money out and my money for special occasions, I also do what Dave Ramsey calls sinking funds. And sinking funds are when you designate money for a specific thing. I am obsessed with travel. Like, I love it. It's my happy place, wherever that might be. Whatever city or state or country I'm in, I'm happy. So there's a few things that I want to do. Just a general travel fund. Glacier kayaking. Me and my friend Jen are working on this right now. So I've got some money set aside for this that I'm still putting some money towards. And Paris. This is a little further down on my list, but you know, I just went ahead and made one because I had pretty pink paper. But so, and what I'm going to do with these envelopes, I'm actually not going to hole punch these. And because I don't use this money very often, I'm going to put it away in my safe at the house. And what I do is I store them in my handy dandy 31 coupon organizer. So I'm going to put these in here. So this is my coupon organizer from 31. And I'm going to store my cash envelopes in here, the ones that I don't use often, and put those in a safe. So that way my money is protected, I don't have to worry about it, and I have pretty little envelopes when it's time to use them. So that's another way that I use these cash envelopes. Next, and this is an idea that you may have heard about on social media. Sometimes they put these ideas up around Christmas time. You know, if you have children and your children have every toy they could imagine, or you're overrun with stuff and you're really looking for a way to connect with your family, or you know, you're trying to be more minimalistic, you could do this idea. And this is what I like to call a box of experiences, or a box of family time, it could be. But it could also be like, you know, gift cards. But basically what it is I have made up 12 envelopes. And I've put them in this tin. And I'm going to stuff each of the envelope with an item. Now that item could be either a gift card or it could be a coupon to do something as a family. Like my son enjoys laser tag. So I would go to the laser tag place and get a gift card for however much it would be for 1 or 2 games of laser tag, and I would put it in this envelope. The next envelope, I'm thinking I would really like to do a breakfast on a school day with my son. So like right now they, I don't know if you know, but IHOP has these amazing looking Grinch pancakes out right now. And like I keep envisioning us skipping the first hour or 2 of school to go out and get pancakes, and then me taking him to school for the rest of the day, and then when he gets out of school, like us going to see the Grinch movie. So in this envelope, I would put breakfast coupon with mommy. And I could make that with my own washi and some cardstock, or, you know, I could get a fancy little coupon from the dollar store and write it out. I could also put in like a gift box or a gift card for Xbox my son would like. Or even just some spending money, like $10, $15. But I have 12 of these envelopes, one for every month of the year. And the majority of them, I envision them being things we can do together, like laser tag, roller skating, a day at the beach with mommy, you know, things like that. But, you know, we're trying to cut back on stuff in our house. We're overrun with stuff. So I made these 12 envelopes, and that's how this is going to be one of my son's Christmas presents. He's going to have 12 things that he can do with me, and there'll probably be like 1 or 2 gift cards in here, like to the trampoline park or laser tag, you know, things like that. So these are the envelopes. We have the snowflakes. Love this paper. That's my favorite one. I'm just going to show you these real quick because these came from 2 of the Christmas cardstock papers that were on sale from Michael's for $5, and I picked up a few of those. But these are my 12 envelopes for the month, for each of the months of the year. Here we go. Now, if you don't have fancy cardstock and you don't want to like go out and buy special cardstock, you could use plain cardstock and washi that you already have and stickers and decorate your own. You can really customize these however you want, but that would be another great use for washi because I know we all have so much of it because we're collectors like that. But this is just a sneak peek at one of my son's Christmas presents, and I thought maybe you might like this idea too, which is why I wanted to share it with you. But now we'll get down to the actual meat of the video, and I'm going to show you how I made these envelopes. And that way you can make them yourself if you want to do this idea too. And I would love to see your envelopes when you're done and how you customize them for yourself, either with stickers or washi or whatever. One other thing I wanted to point out about this Christmas dashboard that I made, and I do have a video up on my YouTube channel, Nurse Wife Life, about how to make this, is on the back you can either put like a family picture if you have one of those HP sprockets or the Polaroid zip, one of those little mini printers. That's what I used. I also used some scrap paper and I made a pocket that I could put on the back of a dashboard. I made two, one for the video, one for me. But I could put receipts in here. So like if I took this wish list with me to the store with my cash envelope, then I could have my cash here, my shopping list here, and then my receipts back here, all tucked together, all in one place. And I know exactly how much I spent on Christmas. And, you know, the goal is to come in under budget, but I guess it's better to not go over budget than to come in under budget. We'll see. So, supplies that you're going to need to make these things are, first of all, cardstock. Now you can use whatever cardstock you want. It can be patterned, it can be plain and you can decorate it, or you can just make plain colored envelopes. I'm going to show you how to make one with this piece of paper right here because I love it so much. But the two paper packs that I used were these here, Say Freeze, Bonjour, Hiver? I don't know. So here, I'll flip through this real quick so you can see the paper. I've used some of it, but you get two of each sheet. You have poinsettias, you have these. These kind of things I don't really use for the envelopes because they're, you know, this would be really cute. Have your little snowman. You know, there's too much going on. This is just a snowy night. That's really cute. You have your snow globe with happy holidays. And then this has all kinds of like Christmas sayings, season's greetings, Merry Christmas, Hello Winter. Let's see. Socks and presents and globes, holly. Hello Winter with a poinsettia. Snowflakes. This is the red version of that first green paper where it says Noel, season's greetings, all that. And let's see. More poinsettias. Banners. Holly. Oh, that's mistletoe, sorry. You have this plaid. This sheet here came from this pack as well, but this is my last sheet of it, so just so you know. Then you have more holly here. Countdown to Christmas. Little tags. Snow globes. Snowflakes. So that's paper pack 1. Say bonjour. Or say freeze, sorry. And then this is the paper pack that I started out with. I tried to get another one, but they were out. I was so bummed. But you can order it online on michaels.com. At least you could yesterday when I checked. So you have these. That's a greenish color. It also comes in black a little bit later on in the video here, or in the paper pack. North Pole Gazette. I used one of those. Okay, here it is in black. Christmas tree, you saw that. This is like a sweater pattern. It's pretty cute. Polka dots with glitter. I don't know if that shows up on there. Plaid. I'm into plaid right now. I don't know what's going on. Countdown to Christmas. Polka dots. Well, I guess those are supposed to be snowballs. And this is glittery paper. This is shiny, iridescent, like silvery. I don't know if it shows up. Merry Christmas. And then this paper pack has this red and black deer one as well. This is a finished paper pocket that I just haven't used. And so in addition to paper, you're going to need scissors for sure. Unless you have a paper trimmer, you might need both. I mean, if you have a paper trimmer, that's great. If you don't, you know, you can get by with scissors, but paper trimmers make it easier. And then you'll also need laminating pouches and a laminator. I have a Scotch TL901 laminator. It's not good for 10 mil paper, but it does 3 and 5 mil pretty good. The other thing I want to say is if you don't have a laminator and pouches, you could also get contact paper, and that would probably work out for in the same manner if you wanted to make these pockets, but you don't want to spend money on a laminator that you can use. The other thing is if you plan on punching your envelopes, you'll need a happy planer punch or some kind of arc punch that does the similar holes. So those are the items you'll need, and also a pencil for scoring your paper. So now we're going to actually make an envelope, and I'm a little weird. I like my pieces in a certain way. But the first thing you're going to do is take a piece of paper and simply fold it in half, long ways. But this is 12 by 12, so I don't really think it matters. But you want to make sure your ends lined up. More specifically just for this end portion, because you want it to be symmetrical when you laminate it. And we're going to make our envelopes 7 inches long and 3.5 inches wide or high. So the other thing is, like, make sure you really get this line as tight as you can, because you don't want gaps when you laminate the page. You want it to be laminated properly. So my paper trimmer has a ruler on it right here, and I'm going to just push this up to the edge, and then I'm going to look on here to 7 inches and then mark it with a pencil. So that is right here. Now I like to do it the long way just because, like, you could mark them both first and then cut, but it helps me to stay focused by cutting them one at a time, making one cut at a time. I don't know, I'm a little weird. The other thing is, on these patterns you have to make sure you don't lose your mark. So 7 inches, where did I put the mark? Did you see my mark? Alright, I'm going to have to look again. Alright, so 7 inches is about here. Oh, there it is. Helps if you mark it with your finger so you don't lose it. Let me put those up here. Get it lined up. And then we're going to cut it. I like to run mine through a couple times just to make sure it cut before I pull it apart. See, that didn't cut through all the way right at first. So now I have this long portion and I have this leftover portion. This leftover portion is what I ended up making this pocket. I cut it down a little bit so it would be easier to get my hand into with the receipts, and laminated it in the same fashion as the envelope. So just wanted to show you that real quick if you wanted to make a pouch. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, I've got this here, so I'm going to put this edge that's folded against the top here, and I need to now measure 3.5 inches because that's how high I want my envelope to be. I don't know if you can hear that noise in the background, but that's my laminator. Alright, and then again, keeping my eye on that mark so I don't lose it. Now I'm going to make my second cut. Oh, blasted out, lost it again. Really? Nope, there it is. Alright. Now ready to cut. And we have our envelope. Now I'm a little OCD, so I'm going to erase my erase marks because I don't want to take the chance that somebody might see them, or my pencil marks, erase marks. Alright, so now do that, and I have these pieces here left over. You could use these to make a bookmark out of, or you could like put a list, or if you were going to use that 12 gift ideas of time, you could write the 12 ideas on the back of that, and so you have a list inside of your tin. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to laminate this. You can fit up to 3 of these envelopes on one laminator paper. I only have 2 cut out right now. I'm okay with wasting a little bit of space. I wouldn't have just put one envelope on a sheet, but since I have 2, make sure you face them the right way too, so that way you remember which way to cut them, and that will be important in a minute. So you will see. You want this to seal really good so it doesn't come open. Put this in my laminator. And in a minute here, we'll have some envelopes. I'm going to use my paper trimmer again to trim off this extra pouch. Now you'll see here in a minute that the laminator puts an edge around your envelope, and it's really important that you don't cut into that edge because it'll make your envelopes come apart, and you want to keep your money inside the envelope, not on the ground. So I will show you that line here in a minute. Hopefully it'll show up on camera. There is one exception. There's one part of the envelope we want open for our money, so we will cut into the edge there. Alright, so see this like darker space here? That's where you don't want to cut into if you're trying to keep these sealed. So I'm going to put this over here. Pull that out. Yeah, if you cut it too